What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video, we're going to be checking out Galarian Articuno and how well it can perform in the Ultra League. Being the new Psychic Flying Legendary Pokemon, it has access to a great moveset, Psycho Cut, Ancient Power, Brave Bird. It does struggle a lot against Giratina Altered and Walrein, but with the core of Obstagoon and Talonflame, that's really going to help break that apart. So let's see how well it does today. Shout out to Her Little for sharing these battles with us. Alright, getting into the first battle. Now, if you guys didn't know, the Galarian legendary birds, Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres, can be obtained from the daily incense that you guys can get that you can use for 15 minutes. It's a low chance to encounter it, but if you do, it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, we saw Obstagoon versus Shadow Venusaur right there, and we see the safe swap into Talonflame, which does draw out the Shadow Lapras. This is really huge. Again, that Articuno being the Psychic Flying typing obviously does not want to see the Lapras, and it still has a good moveset to handle the Venusaur. So these flame charges as well are going to be really adding up, and they honestly might just be able to take switch advantage right here if they do want to go into double shield. So they're going to go ahead and let the first Surf go through and actually takes him out. Boom, gone. But they're going to come in with Obstagoon and look to load up on energy. Now this is a shiny Obstagoon as well for the huge flex, and they did get a nice CMP tie right here as they do go for the Night Slash. Hopefully they do get the boost. They got a shield. That's really huge now. Again, moveset there on Articuno. It has Brave Bird, so no shields on the opposing side is obviously going to be very nice. Now, we do see a swap into the Talonflame, and here comes the Articuno. This Articuno has Psycho Cut. If you guys aren't familiar, Psycho Cut is a very high energy gaining move like Mud Shot and Thunder Shock, and it has access to Ancient Power. So we're going to be starting off game one with some booms right here, because this is going to be doing super effective damage. Oh my god, that's an Ancient Power, guys. Look at how much damage. That's an XL Talonflame, and it just did 50% of its HP with an Ancient Power. My goodness. They're going to go ahead and block that Flame Charge, overload on energy right here, and go for the next Ancient Power. Now, this is going to be a race between Articuno and Venusaur, Brave Bird, and Frenzy Plant. Let's see who is going to win. They're pretty or the Lapras decided to come and try to farm down, and they won't. So Articuno has the charge move loaded, and the Brave Bird is going to be one-shotting the Shadow Venusaur. You love to see it. Boom! One-shots it right there, and the beautiful screenshot. Good game. So this thing is deadly. Again, you have to keep it away from Pokemon like Giratina Altered, but ultimately Obstagoon can handle that. Same with Walrein, which is why they have Obstagoon on the lead right here. It's a great core breaker for the big weakness to the Galarian Articuno. So we're going to see this first Night Slash go through. It does land right there. No boost though. But this is a Dragon Breath Giratina Altered, which definitely has a much better matchup. If it had Shadow Claw as a fast move, it's doing a lot of resisted damage. Or it's not doing any resisted damage, I should say. Whereas Dragon Breath is neutral. Now we do see a swap out into Tapu Fini, so they're going to go ahead and bank the charge move and come in with the Articuno here. Now this is unknown territory. Obviously, if you want to get this Tapu Fini out of this mid-game, you're going to have to land the Brave Bird. But the Moonblast lands, Articuno hangs on, and they do get to the Brave Bird in time. This is going to be a very tough situation. If this, you gotta have this land, and it does. Beautiful amount of damage right there. That's exactly what you needed. Tapu Fini able to hang on because Tapu Fini can core break Obstagoon and the Talonflame there. So we're going to see the Obstagoon come in, fully farmed down, and is able to. They are loaded on energy, and they're going to bring back in Giratina Altered right here. They're obviously weak in the back. Might just be a Walrein. So let's see. They're going to go ahead and shield the Dragon Claw and go for Night Slashes here. But no, they over-tapped on accident, which is unfortunate. They're going to have to give up the shield. No, they decide not to. They're going to go ahead and go for Night Slash, and they have two loaded right now. So hopefully they can start getting some shields for Talonflame. No, the opponent decided to let it go, and they're going to go ahead and swap into Talonflame and farm down with Incinerate, banking that energy, and it's going to be a Cresselia in the back. They can just go straight for Flame Charge right here. They need to do as much raw damage with Incinerate and Flame Charge as they can, as those Incinerates are going to start adding up. And remember, they still have two shields on their side, so you don't want to have them shield a Brave Bird. We're going to see the Grass Knot. Oh, they decided to try to shield bait right there. That is a great call, not shielding. Well, Moonblast wouldn't do much damage either, but thankfully it wasn't Future Sight is what I'm trying to get at. So we're looking to have Talonflame really sweep this game right here with Incinerate, because the Cresselia, I'm guessing, only has Grass Knot and Moonblast, which is just not going to be enough to take it out. So they're going to go ahead and shield. Yeah, it's just another Grass Knot. They don't have the moveset, unfortunately, to take down Talonflame, which is very nice. Talonflame's going to be able to sweep this right here. But again, you guys might be seeing Galarian Articuno in the Ultra League be ranked so low. I think it's ranked 420, which is pretty funny. But that's because it just loses so hard to Walrein and Giratina Altered, which is why we see the Talonflame Obstagoon, which is a really nice team composition here. All right, moving next, we got Obstagoon versus Togekiss. Okay. Buckle up. Let's see how they decide to handle this one. They're probably going to be swapping into the Articuno, which they are. And remember, Articuno having access to Ancient Power is going to be doing super effective damage. It's already at a Brave Bird. That's so much energy gain right here. They're going to go ahead and go for the Ancient Power, still doing super effective damage to the Togekiss. And they do get a shield. That's huge. They can go... Oh, they're just going to go ahead and go for another Ancient Power. They need to do as much chip damage as they can, because I don't think they would make to the Brave Bird in time. They get 2 shields anyways. All right, Togekiss is down shields. Talonflame can come in and load up on energy. Obviously needs to watch out for the Ancient Power firing back, but they can keep this Obstagoon away from Togekiss, and with all shields down, you guys know Talonflame goes to town. So they're going to have to give up a shield here, rightfully so. Ancient Power, it hurts. It does so much damage. But they can load up on energy now. Now, we do see a swap into Swampert, so they're going to go ahead and go for the Brave Bird now. This is going to do an incredible amount of neutral damage, and they will swap out into Obstagoon, saving the Talonflame because it probably has a somewhat decent matchup to whatever is in the back. Might be Walrein. We'll have to see, but they're going to go ahead and let these Hydro Cannons go through and just fully farm down with counter, as Obstagoon can survive 2 Hydro Cannons here, as it's just not going to do enough damage. 3 is really what you need to take it down. So there it goes. All right, we're going to see that Togekiss come in. Unfortunately, they don't have Gunk Shot. That would have been beautiful to see. But Night Slashes are still going to do a little bit of chip damage, which is definitely going to be needed right here so that Incinerate can farm down just that much better, right? Even though this doesn't do much damage, any little bit counts. That did like 25% right there, so that is beautiful. They're going to go ahead, give up the final shield here to the next Ancient Power and look to farm down, but the opponent's swap is up. So let's see if they decide to swap out. Oh, they did at the right time. It's a Trevenant in the back, so they're going to go ahead and go for the Flame Charge. They didn't go for Brave Bird, though, which definitely would have one shot. Because they probably, I mean, either way, it's a win condition either way right here. Double Flame Charge or 1 Brave Bird, and then they have to Incinerate once on the Togekiss right there, and that is going to be a good battle. Very well played. Playing it, yeah, you could have gone either way right there. All right, moving to the next one, we got Obstagoon versus Walrein on the lead. Okay, very positive lead right here for them. Let's see what the opponent decides to do. They're deciding to stay in. This is the best case scenario you can ask for, is if a Walrein decides to stay in with your Obstagoon, because you can just go for Night Slashes, try to fish that boost out, and they might also be weak in the back. There might be stuff like Giratina Altered, Cresselia, Mewtwo. I mean Mewtwo's kind of spicy, but it could be the armored Mewtwo in the back. So they're going to go ahead and go for another Night Slash now. That Earthquake did land, but Obstagoon's very tanky in the Ultra League, which is why you guys are going to want to get the Community Day IVs if you can. So let's see if they decide to shield this final one and farm down. Nope, they're going to let the Icicle Spear go through, and they will be able to counter down. And it's going to be an... Alright, bring in the Talonflame. Let it rip. Oh my gosh, that's so much damage. They're going to go ahead and swap into the Articuno now versus the Swampert. And this is actually a very tough situation to be in, because you need to save those shields for Talonflame with the Hydro Cannons. So this Articuno has to tank it, but it needs to get to a Brave Bird in time in order to threaten a shield. They're not going to be able to. So they are now forced to shield right here. This is such a tough situation to be in. Oh my goodness. They're going to go ahead and go for Ancient Power Shield Bait. This is our only win condition if the opponent shields this Ancient Power. And they didn't. That is so unfortunate. They got to get this Brave Bird off. They go for the Ancient Power instead, desperately trying to fish for a shield. And let's see if the opponent bites. They do. So they do get that final shield, which is perfect. And now they're going to have to come in with Talonflame. They're double shielding. Okay, switch clock is up. They go for the Brave Bird right away. But the Swampert, I believe, has a shield. Does it? It does. Why did it not shield that? Oh man. Okay, Escavalier. That was a poor call. It happens sometimes. As Megahorn is just not going to be enough. It doesn't matter what Escavalier is going to try to do. It's going to get deleted by the Talonflame. Incinerates do far too much damage. So sometimes that happens in Go Battle League, right? You make mistakes and that's okay. Now, the Escavalier wanted to take down that Talonflame and say, no, sir, you go down. All right. Moving into the next one here. We have Obstagoon on the lead versus Alolan Muck. We'll have to see if this is Poison Jab or Snarl. It's going to be Snarl, so they're going to go ahead and come in with that Talonflame. Now, Talonflame still needs to watch out for the Sludge Wave here from Alolan Muck and even Dark Pulse. They just do so much neutral damage. They're going to go ahead and shield, and it was the Dark Pulse right there. The opponent as well is not swapping out, so there could be some things in the back that are weak. That typically happens. Or they have a better counter in the back to Obstagoon, maybe like a Fairy-type Pokemon, Tapu Fini or Togekiss. So they're going to go ahead and go for another Flame Charge right here, do as much neutral damage as possible as they did get a shield, and we might see a double shield right here to fully farm down and maintain switch advantage. They're going to let it go. All right, they're going to try to farm down. Here we go, and they do. Beautiful right there, keeping a shield, and sure enough, there was a fighter in the back, so something that was weak to Talonflame and something that could beat Obstagoon because Obstagoon is dark normal, right? So they do get a shield there with Brave Bird, but my goodness, we're going to unleash the Articuno here as it is going to be doing super effective damage. Now, Surfetch'd, if this has Night Slash, is going to be firing back. And how much is it going to do? That's a lot of health. That's 50%. So they need to get this Brave Bird ASAP. They're going to have to shield right here. I didn't think it was going to do much damage. I thought it was going to do maybe 30-40%. But 50 is a lot. We see a swap out into the other Articuno. So they're going to come in with the Obstagoon and go for the Cross Chop here. Both Cross Chop and Night Slash are neutral in this situation. So it's a bit better, I would say, to go for Night Slash. For same type attack bonus and to potentially fish for that boost, right? The attack boost. They're just going to keep going right here. Both moves are neutral, so ultimately, you know, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. But let's see how this is going to play out. Surfetch'd, again, is very close to another charge move. I think it's 1 or 2 counters away, potentially, from another Night Slash. So this is going to be very close. They're going to have to come in with their own Articuno and dance the energy so precise. Because they're going to have to, 1, use an Ancient Power on that Articuno, and 2, get a Brave Bird. So this is going to be extremely close, and they go straight for the Ancient Power here. Now, this is going to be a race. I think Surfetch'd is going to win this race, unfortunately. Oh, this is going to be so close. 1, 2, 3. Is that a seam? No, the Surfetch'd was 1 counter away, and the Brave Bird is going to be enough damage to take it out. Boom! One-shots it, and the screenshot. You love to see it. All right, moving to the next one, we got Obstagoon on the lead versus Walrein. Again, very positive right here. They're going to stay in. Let's see how the opponent reacts. They're going to swap out into Crobat, so they're going to decide to load up on energy and decide to stay in right here. I'm surprised they didn't bring in the Articuno right away, but Crobat kind of throws... Oh, they're going to let the Poison Fang go through to apply that debuff, and this is where we might see that swap out right here into Articuno. Nope, they're going to go ahead and stay in. That's fine. They're just going to keep loading up on energy right now, and they swap out into the Talonflame now to catch the charge move right here. So they're going to want to do as much damage as they can with this Incinerate fast move and honestly try to farm down. But this is going to be pretty tough because this Crobat can constantly throw Poison Fangs, and they just do more and more damage, right? So this is going to be tough, and that with the defense drop as well. Oh, they're going to go ahead, get that Flame Charge off. Yeah, they're going to go ahead and throw the charge move here, but with the defense drop, right, 2 of them now, 2 Poison Fangs, the Walrein is going to be able to farm down. Now, they did sneak through a fast move right there, so if they want to maintain switch advantage, they're going to have to shield, and they're going to let it go through. All right, so tough situation right here to be in. Honestly, I think you need to load up on energy with Articuno, but let's see what they decide to do. Yep, they're going to come in with Articuno right here. So this is why it would have been a really good Pokemon to bring in straight to Crobat, because you have that Ancient Power and you have the Psycho Cut, both of which are doing super effective damage there. But something to learn, and that's okay. It's a new Pokemon. All right, we're going to see a swap out right away into the Obstagoon, going straight into the Cross Chop here to try to force that final shield from Walrein, and they do get it. Now the opponent swaps out into Drapion, so they're going to go ahead and go for the Night Slash. This is going to be resisted, unfortunately. So they are trying to fish for the boost here. No boost, though, but all shields are down for the opponent. So they're just going to have to go for these cross chops. Now, is this going to be... I think this might have been quick. Oh, it's going to be a crunch. Okay, that's going to be resisted as well. So they're just going to go ahead and go for cross chops here. I love the shiny Obstagoon. It is so cool. So the cross chop there, not enough to take it out. And this is a very tough situation to be in. Ultimately, I think you need to shield. Nope, they're going to let it go. Okay, here we go. It's going to be up to Articuno to close this game out. This is what we're here for, to see what it's capable of in a matchup versus Drapion and Walrein. All shields are down. They block the crunch, which does do super effective damage. The opponent swaps in the Walrein. They're going to have to throw... Oh, they throw the Ancient Power right here, which is unfortunately not going to be enough damage to take out the Walrein. Do they have a second one? No, they're going to be losing it as Icicle Spear will be taking them out. Oh, that is so unfortunate right there. Yeah, they do go down. So, a bit of a tough matchup right there. But I think, like we talked about earlier, we see that Crobat come in, bring in that Articuno right away. Psycho Cut and Ancient Power, you can handle it very nicely, and you can still come out of that Brave Birding the Walrein, which I think would have been a lot better. But this time we have Snorlax here on the lead, and they're deciding to stay in. So obviously, they're going to try to go for this superpower right here. Superpower is going to do an incredible amount of damage, so Obstagoon might want to respect that right here. Let's see. Nope, they're going to let it go. It's just going to be a body slam. So good, no shield right there. And the opponent, oh yeah, they're going to go ahead and go for the cross chop. Now, this is where I could force the first shield of the game, is when Snorlax is this low, because it's going to be enough damage to take it out. So they do get a shield. Now they can easily shield themselves. They decide to swap into Talonflame to try to catch that superpower. That's a good swap to try to catch it, but is it going to be? Oh, it's going to be a heavy slam. Interesting. That is going to be heavily resisted. Yeah. All right. So they're going to go ahead and go for the flame charge here, as it does neutral damage to the Empoleon. But Empoleon is going to be able to fully farm down. No, not before another Flame Charge can come in. This is going to be forcing that final shield now from Empoleon. Do they get it? They do. So Obstagoon can easily come in and counter down. They can even give up one shield if they want to, because Empoleon does not have enough energy for two. They're going to try to CMP tie right here. They have to give up a shield, but I think Empoleon is a couple away. Nope, they're going to let the Hydro Cannon go through. They're going to trust... Oh, yeah, he was one away right there. They're going to trust in Articuno to close this game out. So either way, they had to give up one shield right here. Snorlax is still alive with a little bit of health, and the final Pokemon... Oh, final Pokemon's really weak to Obstagoon. Is it something like a Shadow Claw Giratina? Let's see, they're going to go ahead and undercharge it. They're swapping out, and it is a Shadow Claw Giratina altered. So, ladies and gentlemen, battlers of all ages, what can Articuno do to this Giratina altered? They're going to have to give up a shield. They decide to no shield the Ancient Power. Okay, that didn't do as much damage as I thought it was going to do. They're going to go ahead and go for the Brave Bird. This is what we're here for. Is it going to do a lot of damage? That's a decent amount. That's a decent amount. Screenshot it. By all means, screenshot it. Now they got to come in and go for the Night Slash. They're one fast move away, and they do get to it in time. So this is going to be doing super effective damage and taking out the Giratina altered. Oh, they get the attack boost at the last second, and they will have to shield, and they should be able to counter down before another Dragon Claw can come through. Yep, that is going to be a good battle. Very well played. I love the commitment to screenshotting the hard-hitting charge moves there. All right, moving into the next one. We have Obstagoon on the lead versus Obstagoon. Mirror fight. Shiny versus non-shiny. Who is going to win between the football hyenas? All right, so we're going to see them swap actually right away into the Talonflame. Not a bad call right here, getting ahead on energy and drawing out maybe that only counter to Articuno. Night Slash, gonna land, but Talonflame can tank it very well. They're gonna go ahead and go for the Flame Charge, and they go, oh, they do hit it, unfortunately. This is gonna be resisted here by the Flygon, super spicy Pokemon coming in. And Flygon, this has Dragon Tail as well, so they gotta go for another Flame Charge here, because ultimately the Flygon's gonna shield, so they just need to do as much damage as possible with Incinerate, and this is the way to do it. So there we go, get into 50% HP. Now, Flygon is loaded on energy. They have the mirror fight, and unfortunately Articuno takes super effective damage from Night Slash. So this is a really tough situation to be in right here, because you're going to have to start shielding these charge moves here from Shadow Flygon. It's going to be a Dragon Claw. Okay, they're going to go ahead and actually swap out into Articuno to catch the energy as well. They want to save their Obstagoon, And let's see how this plays out. That just does so much damage. Articuno being very frail. Now we do see the Obstagoon come in, and this is where you have to shield the Night Slash. We know it does a lot of super effective damage, and they're going to go ahead and shield. They need to get this Brave Bird to force that final shield, because this is going to be such a close one. They're going to go ahead and go for the Brave Bird right away. They might actually be able to get to 2 in time. Is this going to land? Yes, it does. Boom! One-shots the Obstagoon. And we do see Flygon come back in, and they're going to be able to get to another one in time. No, they pulled the trigger early and went for the Ancient Power. Is this going to get the shield from Flygon? They do get the shield. Obstagoon comes in. They're going to have to shield right here. We don't know what is going to be in the back, but obviously needs to be something that can beat fighters and fairies. So hopefully Obstagoon can beat it. Ultimately, let's see. It might be Talonflame in the back. Let's see what it's going to be. Flygon goes down. It's going to be a Venusaur. That is unfortunate. It's going to be a good game. Obstagoon does not have the energy in order to win this one. Even though they are ahead on energy, one Frenzy Plant here from Venusaur is going to be taking out Obstagoon. But a good try right there. Love to see the Brave Bird land there against Obstagoon. It's fantastic. It's such a hard-hitting charge move, and that's going to be a good battle. Very well played. All right, moving into the final battle, I believe right here, we have Obstagoon on the lead versus Giratina Altered. Shiny versus Shiny. Let's see what they decide to do. They're going to go ahead and stay into this matchup, and Night Slash here is definitely a huge advantage versus Giratina Altered. So it is in the football hyena right here is in the driver's seat versus Giratina Altered. So no need to shield right here. You can let these go through. This is perfectly fine. Dragon Claws don't do too much damage, but it's all about hoping that they don't catch the energy on a swap, right? So they're going to go ahead and throw this Night Slash. Is the Giratina Altered going to shield? No, they're just letting it go. And Obstagoon gets the boost. Here we go. This is where Obstagoon can get out of control in the Ultra League. Is on the lead boost with a lot of health. And they decide to bring in a Cresselia. And that's not going to be helping their situation, because Obstagoon is going to do so well. And I think the opponent might be fully weak to Obstagoon, considering their only answer, their best answer, is a Giratina and a Cresselia. So something in the back might be weak. It might be Walrein. It might be, I don't know. It's good. Oh, they got a double boost. They didn't stay in. Oh, that would have been perfect. It could have been a full Obstagoon sweep. Obstagoon with that much HP can double. Oh, it's crazy how much damage it can do with a double boost. But they're going to come in with the Talonflame here and go for the Flame Charge. And this is going to be not enough, I don't think, to take out the Cresselia. But they will be able to farm down with Incinerate. And this is a very good situation as well. Even though they did give up the double boost, this situation is good because they can farm down with Incinerate. Oh, it's going to be a Swampert in the back. They got to get this Brave Bird off. No, they don't get it in time. They are forced to shield right here, but this Brave Bird will at least one-shot Swampert, which means it's guaranteed to get a shield right here. You either get the shield or you completely obliterate the Swampert, and they let it go. Boom! Obliteration it is. Talonflame takes it out. Giratina, Cresselia and Giratina are the only ones left. They're going to go for another Brave Bird. Why not? They've already no-shielded the first one. Are they going to no-shield the second one? Nope, they're going to shield that one. They swap into Obstagoon to close this game out. So you don't even need Articuno for this one, because Obstagoon sometimes can completely core break an opponent's team. So they're going to go ahead and just let these Dragon Claws go through, get to one more Night Slash, and close this game out. There is still the Articuno. The opponent tried to swap there to catch the charge move. That's a good swap on them to try to catch it, but ultimately Obstagoon is going to be able to get to the 2 Night Slashes that it needs to take it out. Get another boost. Oh, no, you didn't get the boost. All right, they're going to go ahead and, oh, all right, they over-tapped right there, but that's okay. They're just going to go for the Night Slash and close this game out. Even if Obstagoon was to go down right here, they still have their Articuno. Why are they building up? Oh, maybe they think they have another shield. So sometimes that happens, right? When you're in a heat of the moment, you don't realize how many shields your opponent has, and maybe you're reading that they do have a shield. Yeah, we saw them try to swap right there to catch the charge move. That's okay. Good games. Really fun. Okay, so Articuno, what do you guys think? Galarian Articuno is a new Pokemon that you guys can get. Psycho Cut, Ancient Power, and Brave Bird. It's ranked very low, like we said at the beginning of the video, because it's weak to Giratina Altered and Walrein. But you can counter that with Obstagoon, and Talonflame makes a nice pairing. So this is a really nice built team here for the Ultra League. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Shout out to her little one for sharing these battles with us. And like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.